Hello, thank you for listening. This is the near death experience of Susanne. And this experience occurred on January 19th of 1975 and was documented on March 19th of 2017. Open quote. At age of 12, I was skiing and trying to hold on to a forcefully spinning blue nylon tow rope going uphill. The spiral spin caused the knotted scarf to become tighter and tighter around my neck until it asphyxiated me while I hung the entire way up the ski hill. Trying to get the scarf loose caused me to let go of the rope, and I was hung by my neck until reaching the top of the hill. I do not know anyone who has survived a hanging, and certainly not for that long period of time. It was the 1970s, and there were no safety shut-off mechanisms for the lift. My head struck every pole on the way up the hill. I remember the moment I lost consciousness. I was lying on the ground after striking the booth with my head and body. There was a small cut-out hole in the booth where the rope went in and out of. There was nobody at the booth. Then someone approached with great light. I thought it was my dad at first because I began to feel so much love and trust. There were also two beings with him. He held out his most beautiful hands. These hands, I will never forget how they looked and felt. They lifted me up and carried me. I call the two beings angels, and they wore what looked like workbooks. Workbooks? One book had the laces, and I think it's work boots. Sorry about that. They wore what looked like work boots. One boot had the laces untied. I felt no pain, at peace, and my body was full of love. The light filled me with answers that I was thinking and feeling. The communication between myself and the beings was instant, complete, and without any confusion. The outer appearance was shown, but quickly the inner beauty is seen and impresses much more, so it became the focus at times. We arrived to a place that appeared much like here. We were met with others who looked official in knowledge. They wore same kinds of cloaks. They could not answer as to why I kept requesting to return. Others arrived and also wore similar cloaks but different colors. It seemed to require a higher and higher level answer for my request to return. It was made known that they wished me to stay. They glided as they walked. It was so much like here, just so beautiful. I did not realize that they had me meet someone who seemed to have been called upon for a very specific purpose. He had me study his face. I knew he communicated it was very important to study it, as he showed me places that contained levels of knowledge. Everything had a perfect system, design, and purpose, which was understood. Despite being there longer and longer, I did not stop asking to go back. This was despite the overwhelming, beautiful love I felt. I requested to return again. A hand reached through the mountains and clouds and touched me. He who brought me, I called Jesus. It touched Jesus and me and gave me permission to go back. I was made to understand that I would return with much pain, but not to be frightened. I agreed. Upon returning, I saw the blood as I lay in the snow. It took over 45 minutes for someone to get to the top of the hill. My parents did not approach because they thought I was dead and disfigured. My grandparents said no one should see their child like that. They waited for a volunteer security guard to drive me to New York Hospital. There was no 911 or cell phones. It was a blizzard, and we had no car. We were on foot. I arrived at the hospital with skin torn off my neck, bleeding, and lumps on the side of my temporal lobes of my head. The nuns called me a miracle and were going to put a plaque up in the hospital. Many came to view me. I was talking, completely aware and conscious of everything. I was sutured and unsure of this strange paralysis. Eventually, I returned home. Within a few weeks, I walked by myself. It was yet again another miracle. Keeping it secret as my mother requested until she died in 2010, I began to write the story in seclusion. I have made many decisions and had quite a life after this experience. The faith and love that I received in every cell of my body has never left and has grown and matured more and more. I became a nurse, never speaking of this experience. I gained both scientific and spiritual knowledge. End quote. Wow. What? Oh my goodness. That was quite a story. And there's some questions here. I'm anxiously looking forward to reading them. Question: did you feel separated from your body? Answer: uncertain. I felt like I was carried and held, so I had a type of body, I suppose. I didn't focus on it. I did hear my mother's scream at the bottom of the hill and was able to see my family and what they were doing from a distance and from a location that is physically impossible to do so. It was confirmed by my family that what I saw was happening. Comparing your vision. Answer: we focus on outer beauty here. Inner beauty shines brighter. There in the form of love and light, we interpret the thoughts and emotions with not only our eyes. Comparing your hearing. Answer: the hearing was acute. I could hear my mother scream, which startled me and made me look for her. It was more about communication with all the senses of our being, and for me, learning and understanding immediately. Question: did you pass into or through a tunnel? Answer: uncertain. It looked like moving through something. I thought it was the woods and above the trees, like flying. Question: did you encounter or become aware of any deceased or alive beings? Answer: yes, a council of beings that looked like people in cloaks or robes. Question: did you see an unearthly light? Answer: yes, it was a living light. It was bright, informational, loving, and expressive. Question: did you seem to enter some other unearthly world? Answer: some unfamiliar and strange place. It was familiar but different. Trees, green mountains, rolling landscape. Not sure where it is. Question: did you suddenly seem to understand everything? Answer: it seems like I do sometimes, but humbly I do not think I know everything. So therefore, I do not understand everything. I believe I was enlightened and have a very high level of understanding. I am able to ask for answers and trust they will be available as needed. I understand very easily and quickly. Question: did scenes from your past come back to you? Answer: I remembered many past events. Although a short life, it was reviewed in a helpful way to understand about life. Question: did you come to a border or point of no return? Answer: my mother's cry startled me, and I requested to go back. It was a process. I was not asked or told to return. Question: what importance did you place on your religious/spiritual life prior to your experience? Answer: not important to me. Question, what was your religion prior to your experience? Answer, Christian, Protestant, very limited practice, no home life discussions. Parents went to church once every couple of years, if ever, celebrated Christmas. Question, have your religious practices changed since your experience? Answer, yes, I have practiced what I learned throughout my lifetime. A grateful heart and a good attitude is so important. Question, what importance do you place on your religious/spiritual life after your experience? Answer, greatly important to me. Question, what is your religion now? Answer, Christian Protestant. I am Christian, spiritual, and open to loving practices. I believe religion serves the purpose to bring others to have a relationship with God, grow in love, and love each other. I also believe more than one road leads to God. I believe in God, angels, love. I also believe you can be spiritual, connect with God's love in nature or anywhere we choose without a religious association. Question, did your experience include features consistent with your earthly beliefs? Answer, I had really no religious beliefs, but I believed in love as a young girl, and I had a family that loved me. Religion was not in our lives. Besides, we had Christmas and we had Santa and the Easter Bunny. I did not have an understanding at all of Jesus, angels, or religions. When I met the beings, I learned all I needed to know at that time, and it taught me so much. Question, did you have a change in your values and beliefs because of your experience? Answer, yes. I became very giving to others and concerned for others' well-being. I became highly empathetic and insightful. Question, did you encounter or become aware of any beings who previously lived on Earth who are described by name in religions? Answer, yes. Later in life, I was able to put the name to Melchizedek. I called him Jesus as that's what I understood. Also 2 angels, and met with different councils. Question, during your experience, did you gain special knowledge or information about your purpose? Answer, yes. I believe we all have something special to offer each other if we choose. Question, during your experience, did you gain information about the meaning of life? Answer, yes. Life is a gift to be valued. Love and connecting to assist one another and be loving with each other is purpose. Question, did you gain information about how to live our lives? Answer, yes. It appears as needed and in its perfect timing. Question, during your experience, did you gain information about life's difficulties, challenges, and hardships? Answer, yes, that we are responsible for our free will, and we spend time learning there. Question, during your experience, did you gain information about love? Answer, yes. Love creates more love. It heals. Love connects us. It is what we try to continue to be even when faced with challenging negatives. Question, what life changes occurred in your life after your experience? Answer, large changes. Increased love of healing professions, appreciation, gratitude, love, faith, knowledge, connecting, humility, compassion, and a love for service to others, and a love and appreciation for those who actively contribute to loving others in a selfless and unselfish way. Question, have your relationships changed specifically because of your experience? Answer, yes. More intensity of love, listening, helpful spirit, more compassion and giving, appreciation for what others choose to give with kindness and love. Question, was the experience difficult to express in words? Answer, yes. Hard to find words for things that are not experienced here. Question, how accurately do you remember it as compared to other life events around the same time? Answer, it is the impact and tremendous love of the experience that keeps the memory current. Question, do you have any psychic, non-ordinary, or other special gifts after your experience that you did not have before the experience? Answer, yes. I focus on spreading hope, love, faith, and making others feel good about life. I value relationships and try to share as much as I can with others. I believe my most special gift is all the love and light I was given in my experience. The knowledge grew and unfolded over the years, and I call upon it as needed. Nice. Question: have you ever shared this experience with others? Answer: yes, I told my mom, but she asked that I remain silent out of protection for me as a child. I never shared with anyone until I wrote a book about my experience, recently just published after my mother passed away. Question: what do you believe about the reality of your experience? Answer: experience was definitely real. It was just a part of me, all of it. The knowledge grew and unfolded over the years as needed, and I can call upon it. End quote. Thank you, Susanne. It's a wonderful story, and appreciate you sharing with us. And thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.